Okay, Proven Affiliates, we are now getting into our Tuesday workout here for January 30th, 2024. This one, we're gonna have some handstand skill acquisition work today, freestanding, block, assist work, kind of some nice ones. And then we're gonna be moving into a chipper today with time domain in that range of 13 to 18 minutes with a time cap of 20 minutes. If you don't hit the time, if you don't complete within time, then it's gonna be just reps at the time remaining. So nice little mark here. A note that we're adding in kind of a new movement that's been done before in the last chance qualifier, which is a burpee to target, right, as you move on it. So what we're gonna do, warm up, just jump rope practice, kind of get things nice and going because we do have those 100 double unders in the middle there. We're going for 8 walking inchworm to hollow, then 10 alternating dead bugs, right, turning on that core, plank shoulder taps, and then ice skater hops, just really making sure that we're kind of hitting different ranges of motion, putting some movements in there that are gonna warm athletes up, kind of create nice and fun. Noting that some of the stuff, right, so I think the ice skater hops kind of just get you ready for jumping up to a target as kind of a note there. Wall walks with the plank shoulder taps, example, alternating dead bugs, just making sure that we're turning on that core, really looking into good bracing positions when we go overhead into a handstand hold, and then inchworm to hollow, again, focusing on more like that hollow body position that we're looking for. So skill acquisitions and play. Right, if I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, okay, cool, I can spend about 15 minutes here playing around with some different handstand options. Now, you have 1 minute to accumulate max handstand hold, and then 1 minute rest. So with that, what that means is we're gonna think about, okay, what are the different options that we can play around with today for max accumulated handstand hold? We can do it against the wall, right? So you're pressing down and you're able to just kind of waver that foot off. That's a natural way. I personally think that people will find a better position if they're doing a wall-facing handstand push-up. Sorry, wall-facing position, nose to wall, pulling off, and then just pulling one foot off while tucking and maintaining a hollow body position. And you can actually go off a little farther and then pike your hips and then pull one foot off. That's a really great way to start working into a handstand hold, okay? You can do the same thing on a box where you pike handstand hold on a box and then pull one foot over the top of you and then start kicking the other foot up, working into that position, and maybe you have a spotter on the other side, and maybe we just have everybody pair up and you have one person who's resting give you a spot, right? And then one person who's holding is holding, right? And you just work on different positions. This is a really great way to go. Another great way would be to add a few stations where you're gonna do the block, handstand, hold drill against the wall. So what that means is that imagine like this right here are a bunch of weight plates, and then it's probably about this far off the ground. And if I'm here, I'm gonna press into that. I'm learning how to use my forearm to press against it. And you're gonna notice that you get a lot of people that hold for longer than you think they would naturally as we move into that progression. So just a little note about what we're seeing there from the wall facing handstand hold when we're getting into this one. Now, once we played around with that, we're gonna get into the workout the wrong way, right? So for our burpees to target today, it's gonna be a high target on the wall. And what we wanna do is we wanna probably switch directions about every 5 reps. So it's gonna be burpee, you're to the wall, target, burpee, target, 5, burpee to target, 5, burpee to target, 5. Okay, so that's gonna be the movement pattern that we're trying to focus on there. Now, 50 ab mat sit-ups. These can be butterfly, right? So if you're in that butterfly stance, I wanna see hands touch overhead, shoot through, touch the toes, and you're working on compressing. If you notice that you have a lot of athletes that tend to rub their lower back, that means they're probably shooting up and then rolling through versus arching and then compressing, right? So if you have a big raspberry, you can actually do it better by just having a better ab mat sit-up. And again, maybe not as fast, but better for abs. We'll move into 10 wall walks. I wanna focus on tension, smooth movement, press through, straight arm. We're looking for more straight arm strength, pressing through, moving in. I know we've been doing a lot of wall walks, open is coming up. I also just think it's a great movement for overhead stability, strength, that doesn't injure athletes. So you're having a lot of core tension, you're having a lot of movement, you're having a lot of straight arm strength, and there's not a lot of injury concern with the wall walk, which is why we see a lot of them as a really good target. They're not fun, but they will make you a fitter human being. We'll then get into 100 double unders. Focus here is to try to go with 50-50 or unbroken. Those athletes that are still kind of working on them, maybe they really kind of tax because they're jumping pretty high, you can go with something like 40-30-30. or even 25s throughout, just to keep your breath down, because you are going to go back to those wall walks, come back up, go into 50 ab mat sit-ups, and then moving into 25 burpees to that target. So just a little note about that as we're kind of tackling this one. As stated before, time domain 13 to 18 minutes, time cap of 20 minutes. Real goal here is just completing in under 18 minutes. Secondary goal is to make sure that once you finish the double unders, that the wall walks to 25 burpees is faster than the burpees to 10 wall walks. So that's going to be kind of a note. So maybe increase pace on those burpees as you get going. Okay. Scaling modifications here, we can reduce volume, we can change around the target to a lower target, we can move wall walks to a 20-inch off the wall, we can go to less double unders, more single unders, etc. As we play around with it. As kind of like a big note, our competitors are going to go up to a handstand walk as opposed to wall walks. So just some notes about kind of what we're doing, what the stimulus is, what the focus is. We'll hit proven recovery flow before moving into our optional accessory work, which is going to be 4 sets for quality, 10 supine leg raises, right? This one's kind of a new movement here. So hands underneath butt or at the side, you're going to lift up, come back down, and you're working on some extra tension and extra stability through there before moving into 30 seconds on each side of a side plank hold, and then finishing off with those ring V outs. And again, we're working on shoulder stability and midline control. So have fun, and I'll see you in the gym.